Hello there, my beautiful hero. I am so happy to welcome you back to the My Hero's Quest adventure box. Today, I'm gonna actually do something that I haven't done before. And for those who are not familiar with my background, I'm a former fitness coach and nutritionist. I've been a bikini competitor for over than 8 years. I stopped, my last competition was 2019. With that being said, I just wanted to give you like a brief introduction so you understand why am I going to the next point. With, with that being said, I have lived quite healthy lifestyle. So pretty much whole foods, going to the gym, being on the walks all the time, avoiding any type of extra sugar. And recently I was traveling back to my home country, Belarus. And I decided to get a blood check because it's very cheap over there. And I did it, and it turned out I had diabetes. My doctor sent me to the hospital right away, and I did not know about that. It was quite a devastating news just because, first of all, living healthy lifestyle, exercising, being active, having all the spiritual practices intact got me a bit sour, I guess. But another fact was that my doctor said, I'm going to talk right now numbers that we have in Europe. My HB1AC was 2275. And for those who are not familiar with what is this, it's a hemoglobin that shows the total of your blood glucose for the period of 3 to 6 months, I think. And if that's high, that means, da-da-da, red flag, too late. Mine was 22.75 when I got my blood test. And my doctor was very concerned because she said, Julia, you know that if you go to 30, then it's a possible coma and death. Right there. Right there, I had my moment. So I don't want to make it long. I want to make a point here that don't take your health for granted. I was quite good in, following up with doctors. However, because I was moving so many times, I didn't have a chance to apply for new insurance. Not that I think it was possible. So when I moved to Texas, I kind of forgot about it. My second point here is that stress got the best of me. And I am that person who overthinks a lot, and I'm aware of it. I'm also working on that part with meditation. Neurographics obviously works. Mindfulness, bringing certain things to my awareness and debunking certain limiting beliefs and thoughts in my own head. But I was in a new place, and I had to find clients. I had to also get a place. So it was quite stressful. I'm going to say that there was a period where I had one very stressful event after another. Somebody broke into my car, installed quite an expensive equipment that I was renting. And fortunately, the universe, the God, they helped me, and I found it and I recovered it. However, the damage was made. Then I got into a relationship, and that triggered a lot of trauma, unresolved trauma that I didn't know about. So that was very stressful. Also, I had to move once more. So all of that I didn't handle well. Meaning by that I want to say I did not give myself time to recover, to digest, to stop. I'm gonna say like when we get sick, you caught a flu or something like that, your body, you're not able of doing anything. You are sick, you're home, you are on the couch. Sometimes it's psychosomatic. Sometimes our body sends us this signal so we can slow down and maybe rethink and maybe digest and maybe just reflect on what's going on and why we're getting sick. So it's immune system also. I didn't get myself that chance. So I started feeling a lot of symptoms, like a very sudden weight loss. I had cramps in my calves. I was constantly dragging myself out of bed, and was very, very stressful, and I had very low energy. And obviously you can go, around your day and try to, get that extra generator to work. However, it only can last for so long. So I had all of those symptoms, but there were people around me also saying, "Oh, I also have low energy because it's hot, and I'm still adapting to Austin weather, Austin summer, Texas summer. It's super hot." So I kind of linked all of my symptoms to certain things, right? I wasn't really eating much, so I'm like, yeah, okay, I dropped weight. Also, I was thinking that I was kind of manifesting that body, but I felt something is wrong, and I called my friend, and I told him like, hey, I think something is happening with my body. I thought it was cancer. I don't know why, but anyway, I got home, I got diagnosed, and I spent 5 days in a hospital out of 2 weeks of visiting my family. So obviously my family was very helpful, but they were very upset. And in that moment, when the doctor said possible death, and I started reading obviously about it, my priorities, they just all of a sudden changed. Everything unimportant just dropped. All of the overthinking, because when you have on one scale your life, on another one is that kind of those things that we all worry about, or we think they're important but they're not, and we all have them. I met so few people who actually would be like, "Oh, I have one focus in my life, and like everything else is going great, but like this is what I'm focusing on, and I don't have any other thoughts lingering in my head." I actually met very few of those. So I would say that just check in with yourself. I would highly recommend you to go and check your blood. And I was one of the, trainers who constantly I was sending my clients to test the blood before even giving any diet recommendations and stuff like that. But again, I just took it for granted. My bad. I didn't check it. Maybe if I caught it before in the pre-diabetic state, things could have been different. I also lost my vision. Right now it's all restored. Right now my blood sugar is absolutely normal. I'm getting a doctor's appointment very soon. I got my health insurance finally. Very easy. It was actually very easy to do. So don't wait. Like smart people learn on others' mistake. So please learn from my mistake. Don't wait until things get hot. And don't think also that if nothing hurts, or if there's nothing, like no symptoms going on, is everything okay? Just go and check. It's very easy to catch it before it goes in a deeper state. And it's easier to treat pre-condition than then fight a condition. So I am not sure that it is actually diabetes, because I read studies that a lot of young people like my age right now actually are discovering this diagnosis with themselves. And it's either because of COVID or vaccine, who knows. But I think all the factors that I had, and I had COVID and I had a vaccine, I am working with people, so it's quite impossible for me to kind of avoid doing that. And I had all types of COVID, and then also stress. I believe that stress actually got best of me. So please manage it. Don't wait until that trigger point where you have to do that. Do it willingly. Do it with your clear mind. And if it's something that you feel stressed about, really think if that's worth it, or you should just drop it. And maybe, and from my own experience, and now I'm going to actually believe myself more, it always resolves itself. So with that being said, it also is my birthday month, And all of those events inspired me to give you this algorithm. I think it's a very, very light algorithm. I think it's also that we as adults, we stop dreaming, we stop believing in magic, in mistakes. We stop doing that. And that's why our lives sometimes they look very boring and bland with no taste. So I think by bringing this algorithm to you, you will definitely, I want you to feel that. Something that I felt when I was doing that algorithm, that joy, that happiness, inspiration, motivation. And I think if we don't have dreams, we don't have any drive in life because, dreams, they become goals, then goals become steps and actions. And now all of a sudden you have a reason to wake up, right? Like we all wake up obviously in the morning, but a lot of people, they're like, oh, yet another day. But now, since I kind of got my priorities back as well, and I did this algorithm, I'm jumping out of my bed. I'm so excited about new day. I'm so excited about getting my dreams, true, about action, about things, to that await for me out there. So this algorithm is called Make a Wish, and I'm going to explain to you obviously once I turn my camera to the session. But I just want you to be very light, go for it without any feelings of worriness or obligations or thinking that you have to dream in the box. I actually want you to have fun. I want you to get your best ambitions, high ambitions into the play. Excited, how when we were kids, if our parents bought us something, we were like or the way you were waiting for Christmas, morning, so you can go and get your gifts, right? I think that's the best feeling to describe. How I would like for you to go and work with this algorithm. So, without further ado, let's jump right into it.
All right, welcome back to our session. And as I already mentioned, this is one of my favorite algorithms. However, I know that I say that is my favorite algorithm for almost every one of them, but indeed I just love neurographics and I think it's just a brilliant tool. So, and I love this one. This one actually came to me as as an inspiration for like a birthday when you want to make a wish, or maybe you're planning a year and you would like to just explore your dreams. So we're gonna start with our usual exercise and we're gonna write a topic, topic 1.0, and I wanna say it's gonna be make a wish. Make a wish. Even like, no, make wishes. Yes, make wishes. Because we're going to be working on many dreams, not only one. So I'm going to set 2-minute timer as usual, and we're going to write down everything that comes in mind when you're thinking about your dreams, your desires. What is your heart desire? What do you have, maybe as a child, maybe something that you've been dreaming for a while. So right now, anything, and I'm gonna tell you this, you're allowed to dream big. So please don't hold yourself back. Don't think about like, oh, I just want a new car, or like, even though I know for some people that could be a very big dream, but I just want you to really big dream. Dream big. All right, ready? Let's go. Time is up. So take a look at your words. Let's count them. Honestly, I didn't think it's going to be so challenging for me. I have, what is it? All right, 21 words. So it's good enough for me. If you have less than 18, you can go ahead and write it down. However, in this algorithm, it's not necessarily. Now, I would like for you to go over your words and choose those that you would say would represent your dream. Okay? And don't worry. During the session, you obviously can add if something comes to your mind, you know, like all of a sudden, you're like, oh, actually, this is exactly what I want. Yes. So no worries about that. But like, I want you to totally maybe highlight those that you would love to get. Also, a little tip in here. It's not only about material or physical things. You can actually dream of, let's say, my first thing here is happiness. And I'm pretty happy right now. I'm pretty happy with what I have, and I'm happy inside. So my dream is that happiness continue, and I feel that, so I would love to have it. Now, another one is my family. So I am right now dating, and I would love to start my family. Like I'm pretty much, I've decided on what I want and who I want to see in my life as a partner. So I would love to have that, right? And do exactly the same. And it could be all of those, by the way. It could be all of those. Again, don't forget, you are allowed to dream big. Look at that. I have one last word that came to my mind was a child. So I actually was pretty indecisive about whether or not I want a kid, and I actually do want a child. So I have this as my dream, right? So I highlighted the most important for me. Maybe, you know, along the road I will come up with something new, but as of now I'm gonna set this sheet aside. And I would like to have a tuning with you, so just rub your palms together. Make sure you're sitting with a straight back, legs, your feet are on the ground. Imagine that you are connecting right now with the infinite source of abundance, and you are shopping. And this shop has everything you ever wanted. There's absolutely no limitation. The only one limitation is you. So let's ask universe to help us to be courageous, to be brave enough to actually face our desires and wishes and dreams, and to be able to, you know, recognize them. All right, we're spreading this energy right here on our working space. So I'm gonna start with showing you what we're gonna do. So birthday, to me, birthday associates with it's associated with a balloon or balloons, right? Like every birthday, probably you have a lot of balloons. So this algorithm will be about that as well. So I'm gonna ask you to draw a balloon. Oh, here we go. This is my balloon right here. And I'm gonna make it neurographical right away because we want it to be energized with the energy of abundance, of creation, unlimited creation right away. Good. Now this is a little like a small test in here. Look at your balloon. So I'm gonna interpret my balloon right here, and as you can see, I drew it almost on the entire space here. There's a little bit space left, but I kind of put it all over here. For you, look at your balloon. How big is that? If it's a small balloon, think about it, think about your life. Maybe it's time for you to start dreaming bigger, setting new, bigger goals, more ambitious, right? Now, maybe the opposite also is correct. Maybe you drew such a huge balloon and you feel uncomfortable with this. It's all about how we feel. Don't forget neurographics. The main subject or object of neurographics is you. So I feel pretty good about this size of the balloon, right? I feel great about it. I feel it's not big, like, it's not super big and not small. It's just for me. If you feel comfortable with yours, don't do anything. If you want to, increase the size, you can absolutely do that. If you can decrease the size, you can absolutely do that as well. And I'll show you how to, what to do afterwards with, these, with the lines that stays or like the initial drawing, right? So, and I'm going to start right now from the bottom. And usually, I would say try to pick things that are, if you remember Maslow's pyramid of needs, basic needs, the first one is like safety, house, home, things that also have, things that have to do like with money. So maybe put like those here, somewhere here. Then the second one would be like enjoyment, if you, like the sexuality would be there, also like the partnership and the relationship, sex. So then it's kind of second layer, but it's not necessarily has to be this way. So you can actually put your wishes anywhere you want, just like the way you feel it. But I would maybe start with like things that go to my to the lower bottom of the pyramid, like to the bottom of the pyramid first, and then I will progress with things like joy and happiness, right? Like in here, maybe my spiritual practices or my spiritual growth, or anything that will have to do with my realization in this world would be a little bit higher, right? So chakras, right? The chakra system. So, and I'm looking at my list right here, and I see that I have travels. Actually, I have home. So it appears that I just move a lot. And I don't really have a chance to settle in one apartment for more than, like 6 months. It's hard for me to organize it the way I want. So I actually want, and this is my dream, to have an apartment that I would be, having more than 4 to 6 months, like a year, 2 years, right? Where I can create my space and organize it the way I want it. So I'm gonna draw it here. This is gonna be home. And we're gonna write it down. And I'm gonna make it neurographical right away. Since this shape is touching the balloon, I'm gonna integrate it. So we're gonna do different steps of the algorithm right away. So home, okay. So I have that, and I'm gonna just highlight it so I don't get lost in here. What else do I have here that I can put like on a lower or basic needs? I have visits home. And at first I wrote visit, singular, and then I'm like, no, wait a second. Why visit? Visits. multiple visits a year, and I told you that it was very spiritual kind of like visit this time around. So I actually want to make it here, and I'm gonna write down visit home, or home visits probably would be more appropriate to say. I'm gonna make it neurographic. Oh, awesome. And also I'm gonna integrate this into the drawing. Great. So I have it here. Next, I have my own family that I want to create, and I'm gonna make it somewhere here. And also try to see the positioning that you're choosing for your dreams. So you see, I didn't put it here, which is, this is my family, right? I put it here, and I have home here. So kind of try to analyze that as well. Maybe why are they related, or why did you draw them very close to each other, right? Remember, we're always reflecting, and see how you feel. I feel I really was, I had like a low energy this entire week, just because I had my birthday and there were a lot of people, a lot of interaction. And I felt like drained. I also had like live session about health and stuff. That took 2.5 hours. So, but now I'm noticing that I have a spike in energy, right? Just even drawing, like starting with 2 dreams already have a lot. So notice that too, please reflect and write it down. So where is it? Right here. Now, next, what do I have next that I would say, you know what? I really would love to put this dream here, and joy. I am experiencing a lot of joy. You know, again, like this thing changed a lot of things in my life, and like recently I'm just experiencing joy in literally everything. So I would like for this state of being to stay more in my life, because you know, obviously we have certain things that we don't really like doing, but I found it very fascinating that you can change this even about things that you don't like. And I would like to continue this practice. It's literally a practice. Like I'm literally, if I'm doing something that I really don't enjoy, I'm trying to find things or whys, how I do it, maybe how I've done it like before, and how can I change ways of thinking about what I do, or like certain chores or stuff like that, that will bring me joy. And I usually, if you ask yourself a couple questions like, well, what joyful about this activity, you will certainly find some of them. And when you keep in mind those moments, those whys, you literally find that everything in life becomes way easier and way lighter, because now you changed your mind about, oh my God, it's so tedious, to, oh my God, it's actually exciting. It's actually cool. Like I'm actually looking forward to doing this. So I would say joy. Now, see, I didn't have it, so I'm gonna write it down, joy. Now, next, what is next? I would say I feel like I also want to put here I would write down light flow. And what I mean by that, and I understand what I mean, but I just want to give you some context, is that I want things to be like not only joyful, but also very light. So even if there's any type of, you know, a problem or an issue, I would love and this is my dream, that everything becomes super light. Like, not that I don't want a challenge, I would definitely take on this challenge, but I also don't want to feel like a burden that I need to, like, you know, solve the problem. I would like to have the mindset and the feeling of like, okay, it seems like a big thing, but I know it's going to be light, and I remember this dream. So, and I want it just to become like that light flow. So I would love to have that. So next, you know what, I'm gonna write down here, oh, and it's a big one. It's a certainly big one. I'm gonna just give it a name, and I'm gonna call it money. So, you know, a lot of the time we like, oh, like, you know, I kind of want money, but I don't want to talk about it. And like, I don't know if it's good to dream more about money. So I would say I would love money. And for what? I know that I started investing. So I would love to have more money to invest more. I would also love to donate more. So I need money for that. I would also love to organize free events, right? To be able to organize free events without like putting myself, you know, under the fire of not being able to afford certain things. And do it very professionally and kind of big. So I need money for that. I want other people to experience certain things and help people also to have that experience. So I need money for that. I also want to set up some, you know, charity organizations. I need money for that. I would like to buy things for my parents. I need money for that. So I know why I need money, and if you're writing down money, I want you to literally list, just like I did right now, list all the things and try to feel the state of being when you say those things. So for example, when I was listing, I want to, you know, organize events, I had that spark inside, like, oh my God, yeah, that would be so cool. You know, like I had all of that. So I had a warm feeling inside of my body. My hands are super warm right now. So try to also list, you know, and don't rush. If you need time, sit down and list all of the things why you need money, because money come for a purpose. If you have a purpose for them, they will come. If you just like, oh, just because, and you kind of like, you know, just okay right now, you're paying for your apartment, you're paying your bills, there's not so much of a why should money come to you, because you're comfortable, right? But that's why I'm telling you, dream big, and your reasons could be absolutely different. I want to buy a new car. I want to buy new clothes because that will give me more confidence. I would love to hire a coach or a personal trainer or nutritionist. I would love to hire a psychologist, or I would love to buy, I need money so I can buy more courses for self-development, or I would love to go somewhere to Tony Robbins, whatever. The reason is yours. It just has to be very truthful, right? Not just like, yeah, I want a Chanel bag, right? Like, and a lot of times I wanted, like, you know, to write it. So I have Chanel bag right now. You know what? I'm like, all right, okay, you know. So now I really kind of like list more important things for me, and that why, like, when money comes. So I have that. So next, I would love to set up here, it's iCar. And this is the new business that I'm working on. I'm very passionate about it. It's healthy smoothies for a better or easier understanding, but those will include a lot of nano-available micronutrients like minerals and vitamins and protein and mushroom blends, and different type of natural remedies that I haven't seen yet, and I'm super passionate about, because with this discovery also, I would love to have their crepes, like healthy crepes that people like me, I don't want to say like, but any person would have it, and they won't spike their sugar, but they will be also, they would enjoy this. So this is a big dream of mine, and I'm working on getting a truck right now. So I would love for it to, come into full fruition. So have that. Now next, I would love, and it's even bigger. Look at that. To grow this membership site. Because I think everyone would benefit out of neurographic sessions, things that probably I coach and I say, not to, like, it's not from the egotistical standpoint, but I know that I've been through many things, and I know that I've been to a position where many people right now, and I know that they just need that support and to hear and listen to certain things. And I believe that there are so many sites right now that unfortunately they don't quite offer that amount of just care. I think that's what I want to say. And it's more like, I don't know, I can describe, but like, I don't want to generalize, but like a lot of the sites, and I've been to many, it just feels like you kind of like in the program, and just everything just set so automatic that like, okay, that's just written text, and the script that they sending me doesn't really feel that personalized. So I don't know, I feel like I would love to just for more people to come here and try, and grow. And I know that I'm so passionate about it that it's just like I want it. I want to serve more people. So that's another dream of mine. So right here, no. This is what you can do, right? So it's popularity. And the reason I want to get more popularity is absolutely not for me to have some sort of more fans or stuff like that, but this is a requirement for now to get your work outside. And I feel like there are so many great people out there also who are coaches, but unfortunately it's super hard to stand out right now in the ocean of information, and everybody knows better that I know what I have to offer, and I know what I have to give people, and this is just my nature. I love to give. So with popularity, I would more people can discover me, more people can listen and hear about what I do, and more people would make their lives better and benefit out of it. So yeah, so you see, I have this kind of like old popularity. So what I can do is I can just draw a couple lines. To kind of dissolve it. And I'll continue a little bit later. Just for now, I'll leave it like this. So, this one I would love to set as new tools, and this will require include learning Lila, which is, and I'm probably gonna even write it down, Lila, and pyramids, becoming an instructor there as well. So this the pyramids is basically one of the branches of the university that or institute that I'm in, where I learn neurographics. So we have different branches there, and I'm just fascinated with pyramids, and it's basically one of the coaching models. It doesn't include drawing neurographics, however, we can also obviously incorporate it, but it's just a deep philosophical and like thinking and working with the client, so I love that. And Leela is a spiritual game, very ancient one, and that is a game like for a couple hours, maybe more. You can play like 8 hours there, different modalities, but it came to me when I was in hospital, and as it turned out, my best friend, which is, she was also astrologist. She's gonna be, if you are will be joining, and yeah, I didn't tell you about this, but like the big transformational course that am starting in February, she will be, she's very powerful, and all the courses that I taught in Russian, still my students are reaching out to me and like, hey, whatever she said, just literally everything is so true. Thank you so much for the, for the course. So, she works a lot with like astrology and metaphysics. So she will be on one of those on my course, and funny enough, she just got out of the certification. She took 3 of those for Leela, and she said she's going to teach me, because I know that she goes deep, so she knows what how I like to do it. And she's like, yeah, definitely you're going to need that deeper aspect of it. So these are new tools for my coaching, right? Right here. So I am gonna put here creativity. And I know those are not regular dreams, right? But I found big value in being creative. In creativity, this is what neurographics also gives us, that extra creative view on things. I found that creativity is essential I'm not talking about being an artist. I'm talking about how are you solving your problems? How you go about like scheduling your day? How about you going about scheduling, your weekends? Are you creative enough? So that's all comes from creativity. Even cooking, even like doing anything becomes so much fun, way more when you have the creativity. So I would love to cultivate more of that, and this is my dream, to have more creativity. So where's it? Here, right here. So I would say, I'm looking at this right now. I don't know why, but like child want, like I want to put it here. And I'm gonna give you some analysis right here, right? I associate the higher levels with, in a way, I don't want to say higher value. I want to say with like a more spiritual oriented dream, right? I don't want to say that home visits would be less important for me than being creative, right? But as I said, I'm going over like the chakra system. So in the higher levels, they're more spiritual, more like universal connection and stuff like that. And I'm, very also, I don't want to say surprised, but child, for me, I guess now it's a more spiritual dream, rather than before it would be here, right? Like, oh yeah, okay. So I guess I take it as a higher sense of understanding myself. And because I didn't want kids, or I didn't know if I want them, I think that's why I have child right here. So it doesn't mean that, you know, like, oh, this is like, or further away, right? So it's all in the balloon. So interesting, interesting. I'm gonna put here, oh, you know what? Here we go. This is gonna be abundance. Abundance of what? Right away. I would, like, if I was coaching you, I would be like, okay, or what? What is it? What kind of abundance do you want? I want an abundance in infinite flow, in that connection with the universe, because when I do a lot of, you know, coaching, I'm connecting to that source to help people to find their, you know, ways, guide them. When I do my seminars or when I do my workshops, I need that connection. So I would love to infinite abundance on information and knowledge and flow, infinite abundance of happiness, joy, money, people, infinite abundance of people around me. With that being said, I'm gonna write down here community. And I already have amazing community, but my dream is also to have them all together, like to have that schedule where we know that we're meeting here, we're meeting there. So organization for now is like, truly could be better, but this is what I want as well. Like, I want that community. I want to know that those are my people, people who come and become the members. Like, I don't want them just to be silent. I want to know all of them. I literally want to know every member on my site, and I want to connect with them, and I want to talk to them, and I want them to be very, you know, very easy. Think that they can reach out to me without hesitation or thinking, oh, she's like, you know, she's an instructor and that's her side, she probably doesn't have any time for me. No, I literally want everyone to know that I'm open, and just DM me and I will find time for literally everyone. So yes, and with that being said, I want expansion. Forgive my grammar. So you see, as I said, like, things just coming out as I talk. So I would love for you to also kind of pick up that train of thoughts that I'm giving you here. And also, like, if you know, rewatch this, redo this, maybe stop, maybe just listen to what I'm saying and just pick up on that pattern and just try it for yourself. Ask yourself, literally talk to yourself. You can record yourself as well. I think it's very important to just be able to, like, pick up on things that you say. So expansion, what I mean by that, I mean that in order for me to accommodate, you know, also community, I would say retreats. That's another thing that I would love to have to do with members, with community. That's my goal, to do in-person retreats and heal as many people as I can, grab all the greatest coaches and practitioners and just do that, like, absolutely mind-blowing transformational retreat. So expansion for me would be, I need to be bigger in order for me to accommodate all of it. So I would love, that's my dream, to become energetically bigger, right? So reflect, how do you feel right now? I feel very grounded. You know, as a matter of fact, I feel so focused. I feel so joy. I feel like this, like, and I've done this practice many times, not in the same algorithm, but like different one, but still. And honestly, sometimes after doing that, I felt so all over the place, and I'm like, oh my God, this is, but now the focus, the priority that I have, it literally feels like I'm just about to just, you know, I don't know, stand up and run or dance, because it just feels so right. So think for yourself. If you feel a little bit anxious, it's fine. See, maybe there are dreams that aren't supposed to be here. Maybe yet, maybe at all. maybe those are not yours. And usually when I used to do this practice before and I felt a little bit anxious, I used to ask myself, why do I feel anxious? And I'm like, well, I really don't want it. Like, I don't have any pictures, I don't have any emotions, my body doesn't respond to those dreams. So I would say, if you're feeling that, just go ahead and rename it. Or like think, or maybe, I'm going to allow you to do that because this is a magical algorithm. Just redo the whole thing if you want. Don't like just rip that apart. Maybe leave it as an example. But yeah, so for some reason my hand wants to make this balloon just slightly more visible. And I'm going to start drawing lines. And what's beautiful about this algorithm as well is that it's gonna unite. Right now, what are we doing? Sometimes we have dreams that really, they just don't relate to each other, right? Like, I want to be a good businessman, but I also want to be greatest mom. Sometimes it's a conflict. Well, great businessman requires a lot of time in office, or in, like, if you're an entrepreneur, businessman or businesswoman, obviously, but requires you to be away or to be focused on certain things. And being greatest mom requires you to spend all time with your kid. So it's a conflict, right? But because we're creative, because we're doing this neurographic, because we are experiencing and exploring new ways, you're gonna find a way how to be and unite all those two. And this algorithm actually unites all my dreams. And I'm kind of giving a permission for all of them right now to, come true. I'm asking the universe, hey, I'm shopping and I love this grocery list, right? Also, what's beautiful about it is that because we connect all of them, if one come true, another one automatically becoming true as well, right? So that's the beauty of the algorithm. And you will be learning a couple new also algorithms that kind of similar to it. But again, what's beautiful is that when you unite, and you see, like, I also now I pay attention, where did I start, rounding angles, and it's an expansion. So this dream came last to me, but I guess it's also kind of that, because I understand that in order for me to accommodate also all of that, I need to be bigger, as I said. So pay attention to where you start, with which dream you start, where does your hand go, and we're gonna round all, and I'm gonna do it for the sake of just saving some time, and I want to leave you on your own, because I know sometimes when you have a speaker, your thought could be scattered and you may start following kind of my thing. So that's why obviously I'm not gonna round it all perfectly, but since you already have done, and if you're new here, if you just bought this algorithm, I have in free resources, I think it's under blog, you can find YouTube videos on how to round, how to do neurographic line. Also, I have new course. It's a basic neurographic course where you actually going to receive an official certificate from Institute of Art and Psychology. This is my institute where I am a member and study about finishing the course, the basic course, neurographic course user level. And if there's any course you actually need in life, it's that course. I started with this course, and amount of transformation I had, I was like, and honestly, I think those 4 algorithms that I'm teaching in that course, and I'm obviously teaching about the the practice itself, because it's so important for you to understand not only how it works, but also where it came from, what is behind it. Like, you have to have that knowledge in order for you to use knowledge correctly. So you're going to learn all about neurographics, the principles, why we round angles, why we, add more lines into the space, what does it mean, the colors. So everything in that course, and I use those 4 algorithms probably the most. From my experience with my clients, those are algorithms that we use almost all the time. 3 versions of algorithms for removing limitations, and those algorithms just about like literally limitations. Like, I used to be very limited in how I used to dream, but with those algorithms, like, I'm like, oh, okay, so I feel very uncomfortable talking. They're thicker, so I would use that. And maybe what I can do here is actually like apply some sort of a different color into it and give it just a little bit like a different, taste. Boom. You see? So it's not as dramatic, but you can say, oh wow, it's like a different color, okay? And fixation, I think my fixation will be the entire balloon. However, I would also love to, I guess, get this dream a little bit more visible for me, because this dream kind of unites all of them in itself. Yeah. And this would be like, don't be afraid of actually drawing thick lines. You're gonna feel that energy. And I recommend using, like a highlighter like this. Yeah. And obviously you're gonna need to round any new angles, and they are unavoidable here when you're especially drawing field lines. Yeah, here we go. So thank you so much for joining. We created an egregor, we put our dreams out, and they definitely gonna be getting stronger and stronger, because it's not only me, it's not only you, these are us. So we're putting this energy all together into our dreams, and as much as my dreams, and I want them to come true, I want yours to come true as well. This is exactly what we just did. So enjoy. Thank you so much. Give me some feedback on this algorithm. Send me your drawings. If you need any advice, if you need any, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. So I guess happy dreams, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.